And welcome back to News Junkies. I'm Bill DeFoi. We've been talking about the Salsa Festival coming to the city of Oxnard at the end of July. And we've been talking with some of the organizations that will be represented at the dance, where nonprofit organizations will be raising money to help support their cause. Today we're visiting with Edgar Mohorko Jr., and he's representing the Police Activities League here in the city of Oxnard. And Edgar, it's good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
So Edgar, you're representing the Police Activities League. Can you perhaps summarize some of the activities that go on with that particular organization?
Well, since I'm not fully affiliated, as far as I know, it's mostly sporting activities, which include basketball and boxing.
Well, I know that there are several programs that they offer in addition to basketball and boxing, and they have flag football, they have soccer, volleyball, they have scholarship programs, they have an all-city band, and a video production program. So it's a broad-based program for the Police Activities League. And I know that, excuse me, it's open to young people between the ages of 17 to 18 years of age, and it's an after-school program. But the part of what I want to talk about today is you're going to be involved in that competition for the salsa dancing, and you're going to be dancing on behalf of the PAL program, or the Police Activities League. How did you get selected to participate?
I have a friend who works at the Oxnard PAL who is also a member of my father's church, and she one day just asked me if it's something I'd be willing to do.
And so you agreed. How difficult has it been for you to learn salsa dancing?
Well, to begin, when I first met my dancing instructor, doing salsa dancing at the so-called kickoff was a disaster, because I did not know any moves and I did not know how to move to the music. But then the challenge came in when we were learning some of the salsa moves, or when I was learning it from my instructor. And well, you know, the more times we practiced, the harder it got, especially now that since we're adding more days to the week.
In terms of your instruction and getting out there and practicing. Is that what you're trying to say there?
Well, getting out there is no problem, but just I don't really know how to say, like, well, I'm just breaking out of myself, so to speak.
So for you, this has been really you're testing your limits and
Pretty
your
much.
comfort zone.
About, yes.
So in stretching that comfort zone, what was the hardest move that you had to learn with the salsa dancing?
Oh, I can't say there's only one in particular. I'd say there's one that my instructor calls the Susie Q, which involves crossing your feet and being on your toes and all that. And I don't know, there's various turns and flips. Well, not really like flips, but
Well, there's certain maneuvers that you're having some difficulty with.
Oh, sort of, yes.
Do you find it as time has gone on and you get 9 weeks of instruction, do you find it easier to learn those dance steps, or with each new day there's a new challenge?
Oh, well, yes.
Yes.
Each day there is a new challenge each day.
Well, good. Now, you've been involved a little bit with the Police Activities League. You were telling me before we sat down that in 1 or 2 years in the past, you've actually gone out and played Santa Claus.
That's correct.
On behalf of PAL.
That's right, because my father did it most of the time in most of the years when they've been doing it. But just last year, he couldn't do it, so I filled in for him.
And what did you think of that experience?
It was pretty neat, especially since I love to act, and so I made sure to be in really good. I mean, to be in character really well, especially since there happened to have been some kids I knew who were there that said, "Hi, Edgar," and I was like, "Who's Edgar?"
That must have been something to be confronted with kids that you know in your getup as Santa.
Right.
Yeah, I've played Santa too, and I can certainly relate to what you're talking about because you're dealing with individuals that know you, and they go, "This, you're out of character. You're not Edgar. You're somebody else," and there's somewhat of a disconnect. Wouldn't that be a fair statement?
About, yeah.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, Edgar, you're part of the Salsa Festival. You're going to be in the Community Stars dancing competition that will be out there on the weekend, the last weekend of July, and people can vote for you. And there's a way to do it online. I just happen to have the web address for Oxnard PAL, and it's very simply oxnardpal.org, and look for donations on the homepage, and you click that on, and you can actually donate to help the Oxnard PAL organization, and it's a vote for Edgar. So we encourage you to do that. Again, that's oxnardpal.org, and if you'd like more information, you can either go to that website. You can also call them at area code 805-385-8230, 805-385-8230. Edgar, I want to thank you so much for coming by and chatting with us. I wish you the best of luck as you go out and do that competition next weekend.
Thank you very much. It's gonna be unlike anything I've done before.
So like you said, it's stretching the comfort zone. So we're going to be out there rooting for you. All right?
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bill DeFoi. You've been watching News Junkies, a production of the Heritage Media Group.